The Dragon Riders, as they are referred to, are in actuality the Junka. But who just are the Junka? Well, from what we know, they were by their very nature a resourceful, unique, and peaceful race of beings who shared their homeworld of Laia with a dragon-like creature known as the Gurhs. Although very little is known about this relationship or its history, we can infer that it was a mutually beneficial partnership, as it is mentioned that the Gurhs would help with tasks such as plowing fields in exchange for the Junka tending to their eggs. For no given reason, however, the Junka soon began to have fertility issues, but the concerns held were soon eased by the chance arrival of the god Zaros. Zaros appeared before the Junka in the Second Age and offered them a cure for their infertility, in exchange for them joining his already impressive forces in Gurhs, where the majority of Runescape takes place. Although the arrival of Zaros may infer he had something to do with the Junka's infertility, this is merely speculation among players, and without any mentioned resistance, the Junka took up Zaros' offer. Dozens of Junka joined Zaros on Gurhs, and in part due to their quick bonding with the dragons of this world, they became powerful weapons of war. Their notable strength seemed to be their ability to incite fear, their loyalty, and of course, the powerful aerial steeds they rode against Zaros' enemies. Zaros, however, continued to put off his side of the bargain, until after many years of war, only 5 Junka remained on Gurhs: Hannibus, Morvenna, Opros, Balustan, and Albaician. Capitalizing on the obvious source of discontent, Zaros' finest commander, Zaros, offered to fulfill Zaros' empty promises on the condition that Morvenna and Opros joined his personal bodyguard. Upon informing their Junka brothers though, Balustan and Albaician disagreed and instead suggested they tell Zaros of Zaros' treachery. Hannibus remained neutral during these discussions, but in the end it had very little effect on the events of Zaros' betrayal and Zaros' banishment, as both soon disappeared in the assassination attempt. Little did they know Zaros had succeeded, but was banished from Gurhs. The Junka left, however, were branded traitors by the Zarosians and enemies by the Zamarakians, and sadly all were slaughtered except for Hannibus. Hannibus hid with his dragon, now known as the King Black Dragon, for many years before the Zamarakian Mahajarat Enarika turned him to stone. Through an unexplained turn of events, Hannibus fell into the hands of one of Gurhs' greatest heroes, Robert the Strong, who stored him in his house until the adventurer finds him sometime later. Through their travels and a particularly notable quest, the player shows Hannibus that the dragons he had once bonded with many ages ago had been warped by cruel magic and experimentation, and he comes to realize that the only potential hope to solve his people's infertility is the dragonkin Karabax's offer to experiment on him. However, there is a choice to be made. Hannibus can go back to his homeworld to allow the final death of his people in a peace with each other, as they apparently have come to accept their impending doom due to infertility. Or he can accept Karabek's offer, which at best seems shifty from the get-go. This is really up to the player, and there unfortunately isn't much to be said about what's to come for the Junka. This is a fascinating and rather unique addition to RuneScape. The Junka are very unique and represent several tragic themes of mistrust, hopefulness, mystery, comradeship, and perhaps, if it is stretched far enough, some commentary on the corruption of nature in its purest form, as dragons are often cited in fiction and mythology as embodiments of spirituality and purity. So thank you very much for listening, guys, and I hope to do more things like this in the near future. So please let me know what you liked or disliked about this vid, and I'll see you guys next time. Just as a final note, I'm very sorry if I got a few pronunciations off. I've never been particularly good with pronunciations, and there's not too many people I hear trying to say these people's names, as they can be quite tricky to my stupid English mind. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys next time.